do, right? That was alleged by certain, for whatever reason, I want to say, yeah, live. We are live. This is we are live. We are live, and this is Jack Daniels, Coach Jack Daniels at the Box Trainers channel. And like I said, we are live. Hopefully today, being that we are live, we can get some live interaction with the fan base or the people who are watching. I don't want to call you guys fans because you haven't indicated that you want to be called fans. Primarily because we haven't actually had any interactions together. So until we do, I don't want to be disrespectful and call you a fan. But hopefully one day y'all will be fans. Anyway, the topic of this show is some comments that are being made or have been made, right, are so obnoxious that I think it would be in the best interest of sharing it with the audience to give them an enlightened view of what I have to go through as a pundit and a commentator in representing the 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 best knowledge that I have when it comes to boxing to you guys, right? I'm translating my views uh, on the boxing world, boxing game, and the things that transpire within the realm of the boxing game. So here I have a comment that was made to me. Well, let me lay it out first. I made a statement. Okay, something just happened here that was not supposed to have happened. So I'm going to cancel this. Excuse me. Okay, here you go. Now, let me lay the foundation before I get into the comment. I made a statement in regard to Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. The issue that I manifested or I discussed was um, the WBC lightweight championship belt that Devin Haney um, was the proprietor of. Right, he got that belt by way of email, but the WBC actually stripped Vasily Lomachenko for not um, granting Devin Haney the mandatory position that Devin Haney held um, uh, that entailed that he was supposed to fight Vasily Lomachenko next. Vasily Lomachenko chose not to fight Devin Haney. Therefore, the mandatory position that was uh, in discussion led to Vasily Lomachenko deciding that he didn't want to fight Devin Haney. So that's how Devin Haney acquired the belt. Some commenter came back and said, quote unquote, you're wrong about Haney being Loma's mandatory. What happened was that the WBC created the franchise belt so that champions that held multiple belts can manage them easier and go for more belts. Oftentimes you get champs stripped because they have to face mandatories when they want to get more titles or move up in weight and grab another belt. In Haney's situation, Loma was never mandated to fight Haney. Top Rank requested for the WBC franchise belt, not Loma. As a result, they elevated Loma to franchise championship, which then transferred the inferior title to Devin Haney. There has never been a time in boxing history where a sanctioning body rewarded fighters for ducking mandatory. Do you see how ridiculous that sounds? The narrative that Loma was rewarded with a belt for ducking a mandatory makes absolutely no sense. WBC confirmed that the franchise title was the superior title, and Loma, Tio, and Cabosas were subject to sanctioning fees. What does that have to do with the question that I pose? Has absolutely nothing to do with it. And let me finish. Therefore, you can't knock Tio or Cambosos for claiming they were undisputed. Furthermore, you know, and I know that Haney fought Loma back in 2020. He would have never no, he would have been destroyed. So Loma all along was the real WBC champ. You saw how much Haney struggled with an old Loma because he arguably lost that fight. Who lost the fight? Who lost the fight? Devin lost the fight. I guess that's what this guy is saying. But the fact of the matter is that, let me see if I can thoroughly break this down. The WBC belt that Devin Haney possessed was held prior to him receiving that belt by Vasily Lomachenko. Now, the issue wasn't whether Vasily Lomachenko was undisputed. It was whether Devin Haney was the undisputed. No, excuse me. Whether Devin Haney was the WBC lightweight champion of the world. That was the issue. And I believe as a result of the receipts, because I came back and I got this guy receipts, that Devin the Dream Haney was actually the WBC lightweight champion of the world. That in turn forbidden George Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez from being undisputed because Devin Haney was the WBC lightweight champion of the world by way of Vasily Lomachenko relinquishing the belt because he refused to grant and honor Devin Haney's mandatory position that he held over Vasily Lomachenko. Now, the record reflected that that was the apropos scenario surrounding Devin Haney's WBC lightweight championship. There was no dispute about that. There was new media option to create a false narrative and option to say that Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos were undisputed. But that was untrue because Devin Haney always held the WBC lightweight championship of the world, while Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos held the WBA, WBO, and the IBF. There was also the notion about the franchise belt. They held that franchise belt too, and that's where the controversy came in because people. I don't know. I'm not going to say new media did that. I just think that new media was just being obnoxious and trying to create a false narrative to suit the moment as far as what they had to say in regards to the undisputed title that was allegedly Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos Jr. So I just wanted to make notice to the fact that we have commenters, people that subscribe to different boxes that make up things as they go, and they bring it to me and have me analyze it after I've already made the statement, went on record as saying what I felt about the issue, right? And what I what I read to you was the result of what the commenter felt about that particular issue, right? I mean, this is just one incident where a commenter came into play, and they created this false narrative about one issue or another. But what this really boils down to is you have people in the community that like or love one boxer over another, and they start to fabricate things to set their own personal goals and expectations, right? And that's actually wrong. But I mean, I guess it's a part of boxing, and I'm not going to try to down the guys for taking up for the favorite boxers. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day or night, is that right is right and wrong is wrong. When you present a false narrative, it's wrong. You can't make right out of what's wrong. The the records, the receipts are what we go by in delivering the news, right? I don't have the option of making up stuff. I can't do that and call my and consider myself as a journalist, as a pundit. I mean, I am a legitimate pundit. I am a legitimate journalist, right? So this is one reason why I brought this story uh, to the forefront, because I want those that um, uh, those that watch boxing, right, to know that there is a lot of stuff that goes on in boxing behind the scenes that you guys are not privy to, but it is my expectations to bring these issues to the forefront, right? I don't want to be perceived as just somebody uh, talking, running my mouth, right? Because I have a platform. No, I want to do what's right by boxing, and I want the fans to appreciate uh, the things that I'm doing, because it's actually in the best interest of the boxing community. You know what I mean? So that said, I don't want to really wrap this up. I want to. I'm hoping that sooner or later, uh, you guys start coming in and having something to say on these chats. Because again, this is the live chat, and the interaction that I would love to engage in is it just isn't happening right now, and it becomes a little frustrating. But that's part of life, right? We have to overcome the obstacles and keep it moving. So with that in mind, I'm gonna wrap this one up. And if you like, I'd appreciate it if you hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and tell me what you think about the the show today. Until next time, I'm gone.